In this era, if you've wondered before, where is my traffic from AI engines coming from? What kind of traffic am I getting from them? So when you open your GA4, you'll see this sort of thing, right? If you go into traffic acquisition, you can either click on this little bar or you can go right here where I have it here set up. Traffic acquisition. This is a bit of a custom report because I look at it from session source medium, right? So if I look at it for the last few days, there's not much happening. It's a small site, right? So not much. But I wanted to record this video to show you how to get AI traffic to show up. So the first thing I'm going to do, like I said, small site. So I'm going to look at, say, 90 days or even before. So this is a little tricky to play with, right? But we'll see. Let's see if we can get June 2029 to now. So that's a pretty, long duration. Still, traffic is going to be small, right? That's all right. But now you see there's some chat GPT happening here. That's pretty cool. Sometimes it's not set as well. So, there's that. And there are some bots here, which I have actually removed lately. So, which is a good thing. But anyway, you kind of get, when you look at this report, you get where your traffic is coming from. And you can also, you can search here. You can say chat GPT, and it will show you. What if there was like a report that told you chat GPT, and I want to see where they landed? Because see, the thing is with chat pages and other AI engines, the traffic will come to pages which are not really necessarily landing pages, but they're pages that are more helpful to this specific prompt that they're responding to, right? So I have built something, let me show you here, AI engines and landing pages, okay? So ignore the first two, but look at the others. So this is a blog website, right? So I am literally writing recipes and I want people to come to those recipes. Something that content marketers will note very quickly is that the average engagement for some of them is very significant, okay? Halting. I mean, people who know will know that somebody staying on a page for like 18 minutes means they're actually going through very substantially that recipe. And that's what basically I'm writing for. But how do you build this, right? So let me show you how we'll go and build this report, right? And it's a very small and a simple report to build. How do you build it? And then how do you pull it in to your reporting section here? Because this is not a standard report. And even if you build it, it doesn't immediately show up here. It's one of those nuances in GA4. So let me take you to the library, because that's where we're going to go build it. So we're going to go to the library, and we're going to go and create a new report, okay? And I'm just looking at details, right? So I'm just going to create a detailed report. You can do all of these. They are basically maps of the same reports that you already have, right? So you can take a template, tweak and change it, and do it. But we don't need that. We will create a new one entirely. So for dimensions, okay, we want to see source medium, and where there are so many source mediums. I generally go for session source medium, right? So I will instead do session source medium. And here, as a secondary dimension, we have another one? We don't really, because we just need one. We don't need many. Again, there is an instinct to build for multiple things, but I'm just building for AI traffic to certain landing pages. That's all I'm trying to do, okay? So I hit apply. And now we can go ahead and get some metrics. And what are these metrics? Essentially, we will use the same metrics that we use, as in total users, sessions, engaged sessions, because I'm interested in that, right? So average engagement time per user. I'll just use engagement rate for now, okay? And you can add as many metrics as you really want, because see, in GA4 you can use one dimension and 4 or 5, 6, 7 different metrics. And I am actually going to use key events as well, because I want to see, well, did these people who came through AI engines actually do some things I want them to do? Okay. So I'm just going to use these for now. You can add more. There we go. I'm going to just do apply. And I am going to add a filter. That's the key, right? So I'm going to use session source medium. And here I'm going to do matches regex. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do chat GPT. Okay. I confess, this regular expression, I didn't write myself. I mean, it took me a few turns to write it, but I'm writing here as if I knew this forever, right? That's not true. So not to worry about this. We are relying a lot on AIs, right? So I have Perplexity, I have Gemini, I have ChatGPT. I'm also going to use Claude, although I have no traffic coming from Claude, by the way. Okay. And all these pipes mean is an or statement, right? And then I'm going to do like this. Anything before, anything after this, right? Capture that as well. So let's just filter for this and let's see what happens. Oh, look at that. Okay. So suddenly this changed. Now, it's all good. You can actually keep these charts or you can remove them. It's basically up to you. To remove them, all you have to do is just, negate them, right? And that's all you'll be left with. I'll leave this for now. You can actually add more if you want, but we'll stay here. We will do one more thing, right? So traffic coming to the website, you already know this. You can look at it from the acquisition. But we'll also do something here. We'll actually put landing page and query string here. Okay. And this will bloat it a bit, but it will give us exactly what we want. Okay. Exactly what I had set up for you to see. Okay. Now, it's not over yet. Okay. Because look at that. This is an untitled session median report. But what we're going to do is we're going to call it report of all AI engines and landing pages. You can name it whatever you want. I'm just naming it like just a generic name, right? Now I save it. So where does it go? Okay, so let me go back, and you don't see it anywhere here. So where is it gone? Well, it's here, right here, see? Other reports are also here. But this guy, we want to put into a collection, right? So this is acquisition. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the life cycle. By the way, don't use business objectives. They just sort of like weird stuff, right? Doesn't really help. Anyway, we'll do life cycle and we will do edit. Okay. And now you have it where you can remember how I have AI and landing pages here. What you can do is you can do the same with this specific report, right? So where is my report? This is report of all AI engines and landing pages, and you can put it right here. And there you have it. Let me show you how it shows up, okay? So I'm going to save this and just save this to the current collection. It's all good. And it's saved. And now you go back to your collection and look here. See, report of all AI engines and landing pages, right? Now, I don't really need it twice here, right? So I'm going to go undo it, but let me first show you how it looks like. So we're going to get out of the library. We're going to go here and you can see this. Yeah, unfortunately for me, very small amount of traffic, but fortunately for me, highly engaged traffic. Okay. Traffic that wants to do stuff, which is great. All right. So you can actually look at this. We're set up for a very large time frame, but I know a lot of my clients, they have, they have a lot of traffic from ChatGPT, particularly ChatGPT, lots of it, and going to very specific landing pages, which is great. Okay. So this is how you set up a report for AI engines and landing pages. Okay. And you can do it for other things as well with AI engines if you want, but this is a basic format. So you have to create the report in the library, right? From either the template or using a blank slate, and you put the metrics and dimensions in there. Then you take in the library, you take these specific collections and you edit them and put the report in the collection where you want it to be put. And that's it. And this report, by the way, can be, look at that, it can be copied across properties. So if you're a freelancer like me and you're managing lots of properties, well, this gives you the opportunity to just, whenever you create a new property or you're creating some new metrics for a client, there you go. You can create all the custom reports that you've done and you copy across to their property and you're good to go. So that's another benefit. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for listening. Very much appreciated.